Every night, while you sleep, your body is silently losing something vital: your muscles. Not during the day, not from lack of exercise, but in the quiet hours of the night, when you think you're resting, your muscles are wasting away. And here's the terrifying part: you won't feel it happening until it's already too late. If you're over 60, you could be losing up to 3% of your muscle strength every year. Not because of age, but because of one missing bedtime habit. One that 93% of seniors never even think about. And it's not exercise. It's not protein shakes. It's vitamins taken at the right time, in the right form, just before bed. New studies now show that the timing of your nutrients is just as important as the nutrients themselves. And when it comes to preserving muscle, preventing falls, and staying independent, taking the right vitamins at night could mean the difference between walking on your own or needing a walker in just 5 years. In this video, we're going to reveal 7 essential vitamins that protect your muscles while you sleep, ranked from least to most powerful, backed by science, and trusted by doctors who specialize in senior care. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more science-backed health tips for a stronger, longer life. Now, let's start with the one that unlocks overnight muscle repair, and chances are, you've been ignoring it your entire life. Vitamin number 7, magnesium glycinate, the silent muscle saver. Let's start with the most underrated yet critical mineral for seniors: magnesium glycinate. You might think magnesium is just for cramps or sleep, but if you're over 60, it's your muscle's best friend. Magnesium is the fuel your body uses to repair and relax muscles overnight. And here's the problem: nearly 80% of older adults are deficient in it, and most don't even know. Why does this matter? Because at night, while you're sleeping, your body enters what's called the parasympathetic repair mode. This is when your muscles begin healing. Without enough magnesium, that healing process slows down or stops altogether. You might notice it in subtle ways, waking up with tight legs, cramps, or stiffness that just won't go away. But not all magnesium is created equal. Most store-bought supplements use magnesium oxide, which has very poor absorption. What you need is magnesium glycinate, a form that actually crosses the digestive barrier and gets into your muscle cells. Think of it as a calm signal to your entire muscular system. In one clinical study from the University of Palermo, seniors who took 250 milliliters of magnesium glycinate nightly for 12 weeks reported a 34% increase in morning muscle performance, along with better sleep and fewer nighttime cramps. The best time to take it: 30 minutes before bed, on an empty stomach, with a small glass of warm water. No almonds, no spinach, just pure glycinate. If you want your muscles to stop breaking down overnight and start rebuilding, this is where the transformation begins. Now, let's move on to a vitamin that powers your nervous system, and without it, your muscles can't even respond. Vitamin number 6, methyl B12, the electrical connection between brain and muscle. Imagine trying to turn on a light, but the wire from the switch to the bulb is frayed. That's exactly what happens inside your body when you're low on vitamin B12, specifically the active form called methylcobalamin. Your muscles don't work alone. Every movement, lifting your leg, standing up from a chair, even wiggling your toes, begins with a nerve signal from your brain. And B12 is the spark that carries that signal down your nerves and into your muscle fibers. Without it, those signals get weak. or don't arrive at all. Here's the catch: as we age, our stomach acid declines dramatically. And stomach acid is exactly what your body needs to absorb B12 from food like meat or even multivitamins. That's why so many seniors appear to eat well, yet still suffer from muscle weakness, balance problems, or that heavy leg sensation like walking through wet cement. Research from Tufts University found that nearly 40% of seniors with muscle weakness were clinically deficient in B12. Another study in the Journal of Neurology showed a 49% improvement in nerve-muscle coordination when older adults supplemented with Methyl B12 over just 8 weeks. The secret: take 1 or 2 or micrograms of Methyl B12 in sublingual form, a small tablet that dissolves under your tongue about an hour before bed. No water needed. It bypasses digestion and goes straight into your bloodstream to support deep nerve repair while you sleep. If your legs feel clumsy or your reflexes have slowed, B12 might be the missing piece. Let's now explore the vitamin most people think is for bones, but actually plays a huge role in muscle strength. Vitamin number 5, vitamin D3, the muscle-activating hormone. You're overlooking. Most people think of vitamin D3 as a bone builder, but that's only half the story, maybe even less. In reality, vitamin D3 is more like a hormone than a vitamin, and for seniors, it can mean the difference between climbing stairs with confidence or clinging to a handrail. Inside your muscle fibers are genes, little switches that control how your body grows, stores energy, and prevents breakdown. D3 is the key that turns those switches on. Without enough of it, your muscle-building machinery simply stays off, even if you're exercising or eating plenty of protein. The most dangerous part, D3 deficiency, affects the fast-twitch muscle fibers, the very ones responsible for quick movements, balance, and reaction time. That's why low D3 levels are directly linked to more frequent falls in older adults. One study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that seniors who took 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily for 12 weeks experienced an 18% increase in lower body strength. Another study from Switzerland showed that people with low D3 were twice as likely to need a walker or mobility aid. And here's the bedtime connection. Overnight is when your muscles enter protein synthesis mode, a critical phase of tissue repair. D3 is essential for this process. To maximize absorption, take 1 soft gel of vitamin D3 after dinner with a small amount of healthy fat, like a spoonful of almond butter or a few slices of avocado. This improves uptake by over 60%. Strong bones may keep you upright, but strong muscles, they keep you independent. Next, we reveal a vitamin that acts like a shield for your muscles, and most people have no idea it's even working. Vitamin number 4, vitamin E, the invisible armor for your muscles. Most people hear vitamin E and immediately think of skin creams or anti-aging serums. But for seniors, vitamin E is much more than skin deep. It's your muscles' first line of defense during the night. Here's what's happening behind the scenes while you sleep. Your muscles enter deep repair mode. But that process creates oxidative stress, tiny molecular attacks from free radicals that damage healthy cells. And muscles, especially aging ones, are highly vulnerable. This stress can slow recovery, cause lingering soreness, and silently erode strength over time. That's where vitamin E comes in. It acts like a shield, wrapping around muscle membranes to protect them from inflammatory hits. Without this defense, your muscles become more prone to micro tears, cramping, and fatigue even after mild activity. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with the highest vitamin E intake scored 27% higher in physical performance, including grip strength and walking speed. Another study from the University of Arkansas showed that 400 IU of natural vitamin E taken before bed significantly reduced overnight muscle damage markers in adults over 60. But there's a catch: not all vitamin E supplements work. You need the natural form. Look for D-alpha tocopherol on the label, not the synthetic DL-alpha. And take it on an empty stomach, about an hour after your last meal. That's when your body shifts into full repair mode and vitamin E goes to work. Add this invisible armor to your nightly routine, and over time, you'll notice less stiffness, fewer aches, and muscles that feel just a little more resilient each morning. Now, let's move on to a vitamin that silently powers your protein metabolism while you sleep. Vitamin number 3, vitamin B6, P5P, the key that converts food into muscle. You could be eating all the right foods: chicken, fish, eggs, even sipping protein shakes before bed. But if your body lacks vitamin B6, none of that protein is going where it needs to go. It just floats around. Here's why vitamin B6, specifically in its active form, P5P pyridoxal 5-phosphate, is essential for breaking down dietary protein into usable amino acids. Without it, your muscles can't rebuild. You're feeding your body, but it's starving for usable fuel. As we age, our body's ability to convert regular B6 into its active form weakens. That's why even if you're getting enough B6 from multivitamins or food, your muscles still suffer if it's not the right form. One study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher B6 blood levels retained 22% more lean muscle mass over 3 years than those with low levels. Another from Tufts University revealed that supplementing with B6 before bed could slow muscle breakdown during sleep by up to 18%. Nighttime is when your body goes into anabolic mode, the state where it repairs and builds tissue. But without B6, that entire system stalls. So how do you fix it? Take P5P, the activated form of B6, 60 minutes before bed, on an empty stomach. No food, no other vitamins, just water. This gives your body the clean runway it needs to absorb and use it efficiently, especially if your digestion is slower with age. After a few weeks, you may notice less soreness after activity, improved stamina in the mornings, and a surprising return of lean muscle mass you thought was gone for good. Next up, a vitamin you probably associate with cold season, but it's secretly rebuilding your muscle tissue while you sleep. Vitamin number 2, vitamin C, the collagen catalyst. Your muscles depend on. You've likely reached for vitamin C when fighting a cold. But what if I told you it might be the missing link in your battle against muscle loss? Here's the truth. Vitamin C is critical for collagen production, and collagen isn't just for skin or joints. It's the protein that forms the scaffolding of your muscle fibers. Without enough of it, your muscles become fragile, slow to heal, and begin to lose their density, a key sign of sarcopenia, the age-related muscle-wasting condition that silently robs seniors of strength. And this doesn't take years to unfold. One study from Oregon State University found that even mild vitamin C deficiency led to a 25% drop in collagen synthesis within just 2 weeks. Another from the British Journal of Nutrition showed that older adults with high vitamin C intake had a 67% lower risk of muscle mass loss. The real power of vitamin C kicks in while you sleep. That's when your body shifts into its deepest repair mode and collagen assembly begins. Without vitamin C, the rebuilding process never starts. For best results, take 1,000 mg of buffered or liposomal vitamin C about an hour after dinner, on an empty stomach. These forms are gentler on the digestive system and absorb more efficiently during nighttime cycles. And if you're taking collagen or protein supplements at night, vitamin C is the activation switch that makes them effective. Without it, they're just expensive powders. Less pain in the morning, better mobility, stronger connective tissue, all from one simple step before bed. Now, let's move on to the number one most important vitamin for preserving muscle, and chances are, you've never even heard of it. Vitamin number 1, vitamin K2, MK7, the traffic controller of muscle strength. You've probably heard of calcium for bones, maybe even vitamin D. But what if I told you that without vitamin K2, all that calcium might be harming your body instead of helping it? Here's why K2 is the most overlooked yet essential vitamin for anyone over 60. It's not about how much calcium you have, it's about where it ends up. And K2 is the one that tells it where to go. Without enough K2, calcium gets misdirected. It builds up in your arteries, making them stiff, and skips your bones and muscles, making them weak. That's a double disaster: hard arteries, soft muscles. But with K2, especially the long-acting MK7 form, calcium gets delivered precisely to where it's needed, strengthening your muscle structure and supercharging energy inside your muscle cells. One study in the Journal of Nutrients found that seniors who took K2 daily for 12 weeks had a 55% increase in mitochondrial efficiency, meaning their muscles could burn energy better and resist fatigue. Another trial showed a 37% boost in leg strength without changing diet or exercise. Even more shocking, in seniors lacking K2, overnight muscle breakdown doubled. To get this right, take 1 MK7 soft gel with a small amount of healthy fat like coconut oil or peanut butter right before bed. That's when your body begins mineral redistribution and deep muscle repair. If you've been feeling weak despite eating well and exercising, K2 might be the silent solution you've been missing. And now that you've discovered all 7 of these powerful nutrients, let's wrap up with 5 simple tips to make sure you're actually using them correctly. 5 bedtime vitamin habits that make all the difference. Now that you know what to take, let's talk about how to take them, because even the best vitamins won't work if you don't take them the right way. These 5 habits can make or break your results. 1. Take fat-soluble vitamins with healthy fat. Vitamins D3, K2, and E require fat to be absorbed properly. Without it, up to 70% of the vitamin may go to waste. A spoonful of peanut butter, a few almonds, or a piece of avocado can drastically improve absorption. 2. Don't mix competing minerals. Avoid taking calcium, zinc, and magnesium at the same time. They fight for the same absorption pathways and cancel each other out. Space them out by at least 1 hour. 3. Choose the active forms. Look for the forms your body uses directly. Methyl B12, not cyanocobalamin. P5P for B6, MK7 for K2, and magnesium glycinate. These versions are better absorbed, especially by aging digestive systems. 4. Make it a consistent bedtime habit. Don't skip days. Your muscles and nerves rely on daily cycles to heal, rebuild, and stay strong. Think of it like brushing your teeth, something you do every night, without fail. 5. Hydrate with a small glass of water. Never dry swallow your supplements. Water helps carry nutrients to your cells. Just half a glass is enough to activate absorption, especially before sleep. One small change in timing or method can completely change how your body responds. Now that you have the knowledge, let's close with a powerful message and a reason why this matters more than ever. Conclusion: tonight is the night. Everything can change. Every night, your body faces a choice: break down or build back up. And that choice depends on what you give it or don't before you close your eyes. You've just learned the truth behind the 7 most powerful vitamins that support muscle strength, nerve function, balance, and energy while you sleep. These aren't trendy supplements. They're backed by decades of research, real clinical results, and the lived experiences of thousands of seniors just like you. Magnesium to unlock deep repair. Methyl B12 to restore control between brain and muscle. D3 to activate growth. Vitamin E to shield your cells. B6 to turn food into fuel. Vitamin C to stitch muscle fibers back together. And K2 to direct strength to where it belongs. Together, they form a nighttime routine that can genuinely reverse the quiet damage of aging, not years from now, but starting tonight. If you've felt weaker lately, if stairs have become a challenge, if your balance feels off, it might not be your age, it might be what's missing before bed. So here's your call to action: pick just one of these vitamins you're not taking and start tonight. Not next week. Not after your next doctor's visit. Tonight. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to Life in Words, and share it with someone you care about. Because protecting your muscles isn't just about strength, it's about independence, dignity, and staying in control of your life. Leave a comment and tell us which one will you start with tonight. Your future self will thank you.